think I've always been attracted to extreme things. Being the last of 6 children, I think, I don't know, I guess I had to crack the whip a lot harder. I still have this little part of me that likes to compete. Even if they had to race shopping carts, that's what I would do, but it's terribly addicting, speed, really. Your mind has to just be right there anticipating every split second of the terrain, what's going to happen. And when you do that, it's like, wow, everything's happening just right. Everything from your heart to your hands.
Con sangre de noble gladiador, surtiera de todos los fuegos. Con sangre de noble gladiador, surtiera de todos los fuegos. A la casa de teclas te resaca, a la casa de teclas te resaca. Con sangre de noble gladiador, surtiera de todos los fuegos. A la casa de teclas te resaca, a la casa de teclas te resaca. Con sangre de noble gladiador, surtiera de todos los fuegos. Con sangre de noble gladiador, surtiera de todos los fuegos. A la casa de teclas te resaca, 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 a la casa de teclas te resaca.
You know, I think it was about the first Killing Frost in Durango I got a call to come to the Baja. I thought, great, warm days, beach, sun. But the truth is, I've had to work hard for these guys. I've had the worst bicycle wreck of my life, more punctures than I've ever fixed in my whole racing career. I don't get my first coffee until noon. And cripes, not only do I have to carry the heavy cruiser, I'm carrying the tripod, the camera equipment, and the end of the day comes and they say, here, Lisa, have a cold beer. Nice job. Cripes.
There are only 2 types of mountain bikers, those who have crashed and those who are going to crash. Case in point, the 3rd race in the World Cup Downhill Series at Mount Snow, Vermont.
Someone is nailing it.
You all right?
Mount Snow, yeah, that was a fun race this year. Made it about 100 yards down. And every year I go there, it's like either I don't make it down because I crash or something happens, like I get a flat tire or something. I'm not exactly sure. I just think I was already too amped, and I tried to win the race, like in this place where I shouldn't have. You know, it was just really rutted out, and it kicked my back end up. I was like, and I just didn't, large nose wheel, and I should have just crashed. But I like tried to pull it off, and I like rode my front wheel like all the way into like the next one, and like hit the walls, and hit the next one, which is like a wall at the bottom of it, and just, you know, tried to, I don't know, I just didn't take my hands off my handlebars. I just didn't want to crash, I guess, you know. I tried to pull it off, and at the very last moment, I was just like, my hands were still on my bars. I just hit my head, and I hit my shoulder. I mean, it was kind of going to hit my head really hard. I don't remember exactly how that happened. That's usually the case when you crash really bad. You're like, huh? And everyone's like, oh, aren't you tentative? I'm like, why? And then you see yourself on TV. Oh, damn, that's nasty.
You all right?
I remember like taking my helmet off and throwing it. I threw it at the cameraman. And I knew I broke my collarbone, and I guess it was like, oh, my friends were laughing because they were talking to some guy who was like standing there. He had a walkie-talkie. He's like, oh, I just heard some Missy swearing at some of the medics, like, don't touch me, I'm broken. And that, I mean, that's part of racing. I can't not expect it to happen. Deal with it, so now I'm just training really hard and trying to come back, and I'm psyched now because I can bike, I just can't crash, which means I can't still race, not until Worlds.
That also means that because of her broken collarbone, she wouldn't be racing the Kamikaze in Mammoth, California, the race where she once became the fastest woman on a mountain bike, clocking almost 60 miles per hour in 1993. In a race that happens so fast, everything must be in perfect working order for the downhill racer. Your body needs to be strong but flexible. Your mind has to be totally in tune yet relaxed. Your bike has to be decked out with the latest and greatest of componentry and dialed into the particular course. The slightest technical malfunction can hurt your time by the few fractions of a second you need to win. In the downhill, it's just you and your bike. Your only competitor is time. This year, they spent a month clearing the snow off the course, which, from a distance, looks like just one long dirt road. The actual course is a hard, narrow track that runs down the middle of an otherwise gravelly and bumpy fire road. To jump the track at 50 miles per hour is something best avoided. Most downhill courses cover a variety of terrain. The Kamikaze is a race devoted entirely to speed.
I need to see who came in first.
Doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. It's going to be a whole package piece.
Oh, I know. I wanted to see for my personal.
Okay.
They're my friends. Who went by?
How do you feel?
Do you know? Because you're looking at the camera. Who went by first?
Miles Rockwell.
On to Mammoth to do some commentating for Reebok Eliminator. It was fun. It was cool because I got to talk about my friends, and I got to talk about people who don't necessarily get coverage, because I know who gets coverage and who doesn't get coverage. So it was fun that way, because it's kind of like I had a chance and opportunity to use it to, you know, be able to pump my friends up. And
You're psyched! Are you pumped? Pumped! You're in already! All right, girl. Take it home, girlfriend. Bring it on!
It was fun. My friend Lisa did real well, and Giovanna Bonazzi won, and that was real cool because she's a cool gal. So it was dope. I had a good time, but would much rather be racing.
It is a rare breed, those who mountain bike and only mountain bike. Snowboarding and skiing will always have a special place in our hearts, and contrary to popular belief, the two are compatible. at least for Noel Lyons, world-class extreme skier, and Brian Delaney, national champion snowboarder.
Eravamo pizzicati